Yeah, so as a researcher, my experience is from age 0 to age 7. And I think I was a researcher trying to understand a brother, my older brother who was a year older, I called him a broken boy, but he couldn't communicate, he couldn't talk, and I don't even know if he could see. I don't know anything, and I just tried to imagine what his life was like, and I could observe him, so I could very carefully observe him, but I couldn't solve the problem, I couldn't know. And that, I think, has made me really interested in observation and trying to understand what it would be like to be in someone else's shoes. Yeah, so I think it's really important to offer students this ability to design in a way where they're attending to others' experiences. I've not done so much one-on-one, but I learned a lot today that I want to try more. But I do pair students with each other where, as designers, we're not making self-expressions, we're trying to be, they need to tell their partner's story so that they're really spending time and attending to somebody else just from the day they walk in. I teach a class that's open to anyone in the university and they don't have to be a designer. And already I'm saying, it's about somebody else. It's already, you have to attend to their story. And it's hard, I think, for them to, they don't know when they have to exaggerate and when they have to take things out and when and being in service of, I think people, what I loved about today was really thinking about the difference when someone's quite different than you. That I think is better than just someone like yourself, because you really can't fall back on, well, I already know what that feels like. I think that at my university, people that could benefit from this one-on-one might be the obvious, because we have a really great service learning group of people who set us up with organizations, but I'm more interested in thinking that we could find people anywhere, that it could be places that we haven't looked, or people that have a real need of some sort that's invisible. So I think there's a lot of work I'm thinking about around helping people visualize or recapture things that were where they didn't have power, where the work they did was not rewarded. And not that we can get that back, but that we can use that as fuel to go forward in more powerful ways for an individual. And it's not like I have that power, but I really think it's helping other people see their stories and know what's possible. And that sort of, I'm a naive optimist, so I really see myself as that ability to help someone maybe turn their head a little bit and see, oh, I have it in me already. I think for the risks for me in taking on some of these things would be if things got too deep or too far away from a place that I, as a designer, felt I had abilities to manage. So I think that accountability of how to help people, if I bring certain things up by making things for them or co-making things or going on a walk and talking about something that might be difficult, what happens if it gets too difficult and I don't feel like I have the facilities to help them? So I think I would know to reach out and get help. So maybe it's not such a big risk, but it feels scary to me. I worked on things around stereotyping where we surfaced stereotypes and pain that people have had, and I always wanted to have somebody else in the room who could help us, and maybe I was too fearful. What I'm taking away from this workshop is a real sense of joy, and I could say that all day. I just feel light and I feel heavy at the same time. I feel there's a huge responsibility that we have to do more, but I feel very joyful it could happen in small connections.